Hey, hey. Ooh. Oh, I never have to be this shiny. Sorry, y'all. I got some collagen something. I don't know. You know that stuff when you be in the line at Ross and you be like, oh, I need this. I need this. Anyway, how y'all doing? Take a breath with Bree. Just went to Zumba. Check my girl April out over there in Inglewood on Hyde Park, 730 Hyde Park, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday, and I think Saturdays too. Anyway, take a breath with Bree. And you will see that everything is going to be all right. I love y'all. I love you guys so much. And you guys, I hope I was able to, when I say so many people who actually are also interested in leaving the state of California, inbox me. I hope I got back to everybody. If I did not, I will do my very best to try. I am beyond excited. So excited. I'm now telling you guys because I just wanted to, because you've been with me through so many journeys. The journey of Journey in the ICU 13 years ago. How long and how I had to deal with that baby having to stay in that hospital for 3 weeks. It was hard. You guys were there for me. I appreciate that. So I really just didn't want to keep it from you too much longer. But I just want to tell you how excited I am and how excited I was when so many of you started reaching out to me and realized there's a lot of people who actually want to leave. There are a lot of people who want to leave the state of California and just don't even know how to do it, what the first step is. And trust me, I had no idea because, like I said, it was never a vision of mine. However, since then, I've done so much homework, and I told you before, I did not start with New Mexico. I ended up with New Mexico in the end, for one, because it was God's plan. So He was guiding me all the way through the other states. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, no tornadoes, all that crazy stuff. I'm not shoveling out my driveway, for snow every day. I won't go to work. I won't leave the house. Anyway, when it comes to all my customers who've reached out to me about their hair, because that's all they really care about, because they ain't even said like, oh my God, I'm happy for you. It's like, what about my hair? What about my hair? What about my hair? Listen, I gave y'all years and years. So if you're not willing now to get on the plane in New Mexico, which is about 2 hours, and if you watch the ticket, you can get the ticket for $95, then I can't help you. 50% of my customers come to me anyway, which is great. That's always been for at least the past 10 years. I've had, when I get a local client, I'm like surprised, like, oh, where you from? I'll be like, where you from? They're like, Inglewood. I'm like, oh. But anyway, so of course I will still be doing all of those. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do. I do want to do locks in New Mexico, but I do not want to open another business. I'm really tired of that, y'all. I gave y'all 30 years of my life. I don't want to do it anymore. I do want to do it on a smaller scale. So who knows? I don't know. I had initially said I was going to go, rent a salon suite, but I really don't want that either. I don't want I'm done with commitments, y'all. I'm done with, and I don't want no more mortgages. I don't want especially 30 years. If I paid on the house for darn almost 30 years, I'm 56. I'm not about to do that again. So I'm buy both houses cash. I mean, the house and the duplex, triplex, or whatever, cash. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Of course, the people that I know and I'm comfortable with, I'm bringing my chair, and I will be welcome to come into my house. Let me talk a little louder because I disconnected the speaker. But I'm taking my chair, my big beautiful chair that I paid $2,300 for. Yep, boom. I'm taking my chair, taking that station over there. So those people will be welcome in my home. I'll do their hair for it. I got a cramp in my foot, y'all. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, so that's either dehydration, potassium. I'm sorry. That hurt, y'all. Didn't take you to the floor. Oh Lord. Ah. Oh, ow. Sorry, I had to be part of this. Oh my goodness. You ever got? Okay, when I get cramps in my foot, I am either dehydrated. Mama Bernita told me to get some mustard. So as soon as I get up, I'm gonna do that. But anyway, forgot what I was talking about. There's none. I hate it. I can't stand it. I take these things called trace minerals to, somebody told me about them. And I usually don't get it. Crap my foot, but I take potassium vitamins because I take a high blood pressure pill. That's a water pill, but that hurt, y'all. Get back on track. Anyway, I love you guys, and let me just connect y'all back to the speaker. Hold on. And I want to be able to, you know what I do is promote my book. I have a lot of books. I had a whole lot of books just sitting in Word, sitting in Google Docs that I had not published, had not finished. Maybe had like 6 chapters or some, 10 and others. So I finished quite a few of those. I've been up till like 1 o'clock in the morning trying to learn how to do things myself. And my other books were published by the amazing Dr. Rosie Milligan. She is also like a godmother to me, and I am very grateful for that. But I really want to learn how to do things myself. So I have a book now about the salon, and many people have been asking about when you gonna write about business, when you gonna write about business. I didn't want to, and I wasn't ready. And now that I'm ushering out of that, it's time for me to give y'all all the trade secrets. So that is in a book called Small Business Basics. And it's called Small Business Basics, How to Start and Sustain a Small Business. I mean, who better than an expert? I'm sorry I'm sweating like that, but that foot cramp, my God. My God. So, where's the mustard? I'm telling you, Bernita taught me this. Hold on. Bernita taught me. Damn, I don't even have it. Damn, I can't even find my pack of mustard. But I usually keep a pack of mustard because of my amazing godmommy, Bernita Walker. And I just need to drink some water. How about that? Woo! I would really appreciate, as you see over the years, with my other books, I put it online for a minute, but I hadn't really promoted it. I really hadn't. But I would love for you guys to at least go buy my ebook. The ebooks are like $7. You know what I'm saying? It just put books by Sabrina Fisher Reese. Make sure you spell Reese right, Reece. Sorry, y'all, I'm sweating. I mean, that hurt. That hurt. That cramp hurt. And I used to get them in my legs. Let me try to stay on topic. I have another book, amazing book that is now finished, called Living I got so many. Living Life on a Higher Vibration. How to raise your personal vibration. Now, you know we hear the term, raise your vibration, raise your vibration. So I'm teaching you the terms, okay? Yes, look, y'all, because y'all be coming at me. I love God. I still believe in Jesus. However, when you go into a church, and the tambourine is raising your vibration, the choir is raising your vibration, your mood is elevated, you feel good, you tell God that you're going to do good, and you do good all the way up until Wednesday, until that vibrational energy wears off. Well, we all are energy. We all flowing, whether you like it or not. It's not about religion. It's about accepting the fact that you are moving. You are a vibrational being, no matter what. You understand? So the book is called Living Life on a Higher Vibration, Daily Steps to Raising Your Personal Vibration. The other book is called Small Business Basics, How to Start and Sustain a Small Business. And it has so many pictures. I'm telling you, for everybody who used to work for me, it has so many pictures for the braiders. You know, I employed over 1,700 women in the Los Angeles community, about 5 very interesting men. I love everybody. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I have some testimonials. So many of my braiders have reached out, have sent me amazing, wonderful things. The ones that I was able to find, I did include in there. I just can't find the rest, but it's been many. And I love them. We grew together. They grew with me. I opened my salon when I was 26. Now I'm 56. So we all grew together. We learned. I did a lot of things wrong in business, and I learned along the way. So they were my first audience. My braiders were my first audience. When I started speaking motivationally, they'd sit down and I'd be like, and you can do this, and you can do that. And so I thank them for that. But yeah, in Small Business Basics, it is not just about how to sustain a small business. It is also about the business that I sustained for so many years and the braiders that came my way. So I have a couple more, but just a few at a time. The other one is called How to Get Exactly What You Want from God. Now, I know y'all how y'all be. But how to get exactly what you want from God. And it really is about how to pray effectively, because that's the second title. How to get exactly what you want from God, mastering the art of effective prayer. You know, I talk about this all the time. All that begging and whining and Jesus, please, and Lord, if you see fit. How to utilize the kingdom of heaven that's already within you and the tools that I do. How it is that everything that I touch turns to gold. Every business I started was a success. I don't have nothing better. God didn't put nothing better in me than this within you. It's so these are the trade secrets to how you know, y'all think you got to separate some things, you know, we ain't gonna get on that, you know, but prayer, meditation, focused thought, believing in things unseen, all the same concept. How to pray effectively and stop all that darn begging and stop all that darn pleading and do what God said and believe in things unseen as if it already is. Believe in that business. Believe. That's how I've lived. You've watched me along the way. That's how I believe. You understand? So that's what the third book is called. It's called How to Get Exactly What You Want from God, Mastering the Art of Effective Prayer. All of them are on Amazon. All of them are available in Kindle and paperback. I'm still working on the hardcover, okay, because I got to buy some more ISBNs. And I'm going to write a book, too, once I learn all this crap about how to do it. You know, because so many people want to publish a book. And no, I'm not going, you can't come to my house and sit down with me and me walk you through the process for free. Sorry, it took me 2 months of 1 o'clock in the morning, uploading the file wrong, converting the file wrong, figuring this out. So, eventually, I love y'all, but eventually that will be, turned into a business as well. You know, I'm moving to another state, y'all. So I'm going to tell you one thing about income. Some people who don't think of the long haul, they're like, oh, I'm selling the house, I'm only pay $340 for the house, only gonna pay like $3 something for the duplex or triplex, I'm gonna have $200,000. I don't think like that. I think if there's a pot and you constantly taking from that pot but not adding to that pot, guess what happened to that pot? It disappears. Okay, I was dating somebody one time, and they was like, "Oh yeah, their mama died, and they inherited the house. It's over here by the SoFi, so it's worth $1 million and some, right?" But he used to be at parties with me, telling people, "I'm a millionaire. Oh yeah, I ain't gotta work no more. I ain't gotta do nothing." Boy, you're taking from the pot. You're not adding to the pot. Your mama left you a gift that can change your life. However, you still need to add to the pot. Period. You could live another 40 years, sir. Anyway, so that's how I think. I think of things as blessings and as gifts that God gives us, and we have to learn how to make them last a lifetime. How to continue abundance in our life for a lifetime. Anyway, I know I was all over the place. Sorry about my cramp. I am sweating and my hair is wet because I just left Zumba, but I love you guys so much, and so much love and support you guys sent to me. And I'm just, a lot of people over the years be like, girl, why you always sharing your life? Why you tell everything? Why? That's me. Been me since you met me. And my life has always been an open book. So the 6 months that the phone about to die. The 6 months that I didn't tell y'all that I was moving, it was hurting me. I was like, these people have supported me. I want to share this. I want them to see how they can move to another state, and I want them to see the process. I got 121 boxes packed out of my house already. You wouldn't know how much stuff you got until you got to move. My God! But I want my house photographed wonderfully on the listing. When you look on Zillow and you see people, they still got all kind of stuff all over, the personal items all over the house. I don't want that. Anyway, I love you guys. Remember, you can do anything. Absolutely all things are possible. If you are over 50, realize that the second half of your life needs to be the absolute best half of your life. So anyone that is not bringing you positivity and love, even if you gave birth to them, let me say that again. Even if you gave birth to them, even if they your mama, even if they your sister, your cousin, if they not bringing happiness and peace to your life, they gotta go. You gotta love them from a distance, because sickness and disease comes from all that stress, especially over 50. You understand? I'm sorry, y'all. Be covering up. When I lose weight, my breasts do something different with this cleavage, and I don't really care for it. So I'll be like, what? Anyway, because these are real, by the way. So real ones, they do stuff. They head in the other direction when you lose weight. So, I ain't trying to turn nobody on, so that's why I keep pulling like this. Anyway, y'all got me off topic. And but anyway, I forgot what I was saying, so I'm gonna go and shut up now because my customer about to walk through the door. Loyal customer, love you, Lord. Here we go. Anyway, I love y'all, and thank you for accepting me for my natural self. I love myself. I want you to love yourself, and I just want you to enjoy life. Enjoy life. Hopefully, me sharing these videos will help spark an idea in somebody's head. You realize that idea sometimes is something that God has given you. That my idea to move is something absolutely God planted in my head. So I love you guys, and just aim for peace in your life. Aim for just kindness and love. I had to get rid of a whole lot of people in my life in the past couple of years. It just wasn't bringing me peace. It was just full of them shenanigans and all that nonsense. And I don't have time for that at this age. You want to go eat? We can eat. You want to have a glass of wine? We can do that. You want to talk about some kindness and some love and some happiness, and you want to laugh until we just blue in the face? We can do that. You bring anything else into my life, you got to go. I love y'all. Bye.